Hey guys, me again with another YouTube video. It's like almost 11:30 on this Saturday night, and it's been a pretty busy weekend. But I did get a comment from someone previously asking if I could build the L96 Lego Guns trilogy. I did build it. He commented on my Atlas 45 video asking me to build the L96 or JNG 90 from JNG 90, the only game that I know of that has it is the Battlefield series. As for the L96, a lot of games have the L96 and or a variant, but I built the original, so the L96. So this is what it looks like in rendered. So I'm going to go ahead and download that, open it up in preview, and then full screen it. So I went with kind of like the tan stock. I know most of the time you're going to see these things in the weird green kind of stock, and that's all right, but I'm getting tired of making like standard colored guns, so I went with this tan. It's in the limited colors, I believe is what they're called. It's the very bottom template of the extended. It's called brown there, but it looks like tan when it's rendered in Pavre. So that's the full L96, and then I'm going to back out of that, go to Lego Creations, Guns, scrolling down to Sniper Rifles, L96, and version 2 complete. Download that, open it right up. LDD crashed, interesting. Don't reopen. Now I'm having issues with LDD. Great, thanks LDD. You make me feel great about making YouTube videos for the masses when you're just gonna crash on me like this. Thanks a lot. Free build, come on. File open. Download L96. Open. Alright, so this is the full L96. If you guys want the color, go to right here. This is the 217 brown down in Legacy. I really hate that there's no like scroll bar so that I can scroll down to all the other colors, but there's two more rows of colors that my dock covers up and whatnot. But actually, what if I can't even full screen this? That's awesome. Thanks a lot. I wish I could full screen this so that I could get down to these colors, but whatever. It is this brown right here. That's the main color of the stock. But this is the L96. For those of you who aren't very familiar with the L96, this is the very first model that Accuracy International created. This is the basic model. This has no folding stock or anything like that. It doesn't have the special bolt made for Arctic Warfares. Things like that. The Arctic Warfare Magnum has a special bolt in it that has the grooves in the inside to remove ice from your action. The AWF has the folding stock. There's a police model known as the OP AWP. For all of you Team Fortress players out there, you might know that as the upper hand. It's a really good play on words right there. And then there's just almost every COD has had some form of this weapon in the game. But this is what I've got so far, and it's probably one of the best overall sniper rifles that I've built. So we're going to start with the stock, and we're going to work our way forward. So starting here in the very back, this black section here are your butt spacers. So basically, you can take and add more or less of these depending on your shoulder length. So if you want more, all you got to do is add more rings in here. And then you get a longer draw, and then you have a more comfortable stock and things like that. It's kind of curved in the back here so that it sits up in your shoulder, and it's rounded up on top and on bottom. Onto the stock itself, as you can see, all the screws in this weapon are actually inset into the gun. So this is basically like I said, they're actually inset so they look like screws. And they sit flush with the outside of the body so they don't stick out or anything, which is a really nice feature. And that's for literally every single screw, but this one right here in front of the magazine release, which is kind of a pain. And I tried to replicate as much of the screws as I could on this rifle. I'm pretty sure I got every single one down, but yeah. So then, of course, you have your thumb hole here. You have the curving on your stocks itself. I put curves up on top of the cheek rest, which would be right here. And then I kind of curved going into your bolt and your action right here. So that this is a really nice, comfortable weapon to get behind. And then, of course, your cheek is going to sit right about here, and that's going to be nice and comfortable. The grip itself is surprisingly comfortable. I have this pattern built on in real life out of Legos, and it's actually really comfortable. I'm proud that I can bring that into this and still get the same shape and not have to worry about inaccuracies. As for your trigger and trigger guard, the trigger guard is connected to the body by a pin up here next to your magazine release. It would be connected here if I could freaking, you know, when you try doing things like this, it's kind of a pain and you don't necessarily get it where you need to, so I had to just deal with that. Of course, I got the more accurately detailed trigger instead of just the Technic beam. This does move back and forth, of course. It's got room on the inside for a rubber band, so you can make it work properly. The magazine is removable, so you can pull it out and you can reveal your bullet in the top here, 338 Lapua. And then this right here is where your magazine release is going to sit. So it's at the angle up here so that you push your magazine out, and then it's going to click back into place underneath this little tab, and it's going to sit where it needs to sit. The magazine release itself does have room for a rubber band on the trigger guard right here, so that you can get your magazine release to work properly like it should. It just rocks back and forth underneath that tab that you guys saw on the magazine. As for the magazine well itself, it does have the little curve right here. That's pretty much, you can see that on every Arctic Warfare or L96 ever made. There is a curve right there. It's got the curve going up into the handguard. It's got the screws going along the handguard. And then we'll talk about that later. So going up into the bolt is fully independent. As you can see, this one does have the grooves on the inside to get rid of the snow, but that was just detailing by me. It's not the Arctic Warfare or anything like that. This is the actual L96, the very original. I just felt like putting something there to make it look a little bit better than what it was. The bolt does lock into place. It's just the little hinge tool is really bad. And I couldn't get it to like fully lock down into place because of that hinge tool, but it would in real life, and it will lock into place. There is detailing on the bolt, of course, so you got your handle here, which flips up, pull back to rechamber around, curves on the top of the bolt here, and then this is kind of where your firing pin is, a little thing right there. And there's the curve going into the back of it, make it look good. Curve coming up into your rail here, which should actually be colored gray. I don't know why I did that. Gray or black? I might do black. But there is your rail system there. Should be colored black, like I said. And then next to your shell ejection port, this side isn't the shell ejection port. It's actually the other side, but you can see on both sides. So if you wanted to make it shoot from the other side, all you got to do is switch ejectors, your little tab things, and that would work. But there is curving going on there to make it look good. Your barrel goes throughout the entire thing. So there's a 32 running along to about there. There's another 32 running along to about there, and then there's a 10. All three of those are Technic beams running across this barrel to make it as strong as possible. While we're down here, the muzzle brake, standard design, same thing that I used on the Gold Magnum. It looks really good, actually. I really like it. I know they are bigger, but I don't like the big kind of jets out. I like the slim, small muzzle brakes, so I went ahead and made my own. It actually sits down beneath the stock, so as you can see, it's set into the stock, but it's free floating, which means it doesn't touch the stock, so that's really cool. As for your handguard, this was where the build originally started because I wanted to get the curves in here nice and good like I did on the PP19 Bison. So I had to start here, and I worked my way back from here. Basically what I did was actually I did all of this here, and I framed the outline start going down this way, coming up, around, and coming back here, and then I got to about here and stopped and left all this open, but I filled in literally everything right here and all the way back, all of this, and then I designed your barrel. The scope is a standard scope from Allen's Custom Legos, the rail mount, the bolt system, the trigger guard, your magazine release in the magazine, your butt spacers back here. All of that I did last. I basically just made the giant outline and then came in and filled everything in. So basically the last thing to talk about is this little jut out right here and what it's for. This is for your bipod attachment. Just sits in right there. And that's pretty much it. So this is the L96 complete version number 2. The first version had the original colored stock. This one has the brown colored, but it looks way more tan, and I like it much better than I do the other color. So if you guys want to see the difference in colors here, let me just go. So that's what it looks like in its normal color, and it doesn't look bad, but I'm tired of seeing that color, so I went with something new, and I found an image of a sniper in a field holding an L96. Wow. And it was tan. So here's kind of the color that I was going for. But that's not the actual image that I went off of. Just look up sniper. Here it is. So this is an L96, and this is the color that I was really going for. So that's my inspiration off of this one. So that's what I was going for, and that's what I was getting out of it. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys later in another YouTube video. If you guys want to see more YouTube videos like this one, don't be afraid to comment, rate, and subscribe. That always helps me out, and it lets me know that you guys actually care, and it lets me know that you guys want to see more. This weapon will be uploaded to the website sometime soon. I don't know when. Maybe Monday. I have a bunch of work that I need to do Sunday. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it tomorrow or not. And plus it's like 11:37, and I'm probably going to sleep in most of Sunday anyways. So I got projects to do and some graduation requirements and things like that. So that's pretty much it for this video. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And if you guys want to see this weapon, again, like I said before, don't forget to check out my website, bluejaythemeister.weebly.com. All my guns are uploaded there that I still have, and their LDD formats and things like that. And there's some really neat features on there that you guys might like. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.